What's up, everybody? Getting Tactical here. Just want to do a quick intro for you. For the next couple weeks, we're going to be doing a bunch of field testing on a lot of the K-Bar Becker BK model knives. These are amazing knives. You really can't go wrong. They are so many different sizes, types, fits, and feels. Regardless if you're getting like the little tiny BK14 Escobar, or you're going with the big old, BK9, or the BK brand new BK10 Crewman, BK2, all the different knives. We're going to test out a ton of them, thrash on them. Really, for the price point, you can't go wrong. There's some of the best on the market, and they're all under $100. You're going to get a U.S.-made 1095 high-carbon knife, that has the handle scales on either side, so they're very durable. You can baton with them, thrash on them, very reliable, and all sorts of sizes, good weight, good sheaths for the most part, and you really can't go wrong with them. They're just amazing knives. So I just wanted to kind of release a series here for one a week for the next several weeks of the BK Becker line. They're just awesome by K-Bar. You're not going to regret purchasing one of these. And I just want to show you this to you as we start to get into summer of 2013, and a lot of you guys are going to be going on backpacking trips and camping. You're trying to figure out what knife to buy. The Beckers are definitely worth it for the price. You really can't go wrong. So enjoy the next couple weeks in these videos. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay equipped, stay prepared, enjoy these, and I'll see you out there. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today we're going to be checking out the legendary K-Bar Becker BK2 right there. This is an awesome blade for the money. Around 60 bucks, can't go wrong. I mean, it is a powerful instrument for the price. Just give you the basic specs, and then we're going to get in all the field testing. You got a 5-inch blade, 5-inch cutting surface, 1/4 inch thick. That's what makes this knife so awesome, is just how thick that blade is. Saber ground in at 20 degrees, made out of their K-Bar's 1095 Crovan high carbon steel, with a Rockwell hardness of 56 to 58, which is really good Rockwell hardness. Great amount of belly, good slicing, weighs 1 pound. This is a massive, heavy beast. This BK2 weighs 1 pound, so you're gonna feel it when you're hiking with it, camping with it. It's there. Particularly if you're, counting all your ounces. This is definitely, you're gonna wanna consider, the pluses and minuses. Now, this can do a lot for a 5-inch blade, but it is heavy. You got your Gryvery handle scales, as well as a little bit of a pommel back there, so you could hammer in tent pegs, or do something like that. Just good overall ergonomics of the blade. There's that thick spine, man. It's just awesome. Great tip for bushcrafting, survival type of stuff. Not a tactical blade. This is not a tactical knife. You're not going to want to carry this, going into the military and stabbing people. Just not really going to do that job. This is definitely out for survival with that drop point design. Just an awesome blade. Let's go test it out and see how this baby performs. Going through some pine. You can see the man, this thing just chops like crazy. I love it. I love how this thing chops. There you go. More chopping with the BK2. Oh yeah, man. It weighs a pound, and that's a lot. It's just physics. That's a lot of weight to come crashing down on this piece of wood. Each hack, you can see there, it is just biting in like crazy. Could easily break that. I'm gonna chop all the way through just so you guys can see what it does. Yeah, man, that's so easy. And what I love is with these Becker designs, all the BK products, they have this hook back here that makes it really easy. You can get your 2 fingers right on there, cup it really well. The knife doesn't need to be readjusted every time. A lot of those bigger knives, their handles are nice and straight, and your hand tends to try and slide out of them. This, you got a really good grasp on your knife when you're doing your chopping. And you can see there, boom. It's just gonna chop like crazy through all the different stuff you might need to chop through. It's a beast. BK2 rocks at chopping. All right, here's the BK2. Just going to show you some carving. You know what this could do around the campsite, feathering, shaving. You know, it maintains its edge well. It is 1/4 inch thick, as we've talked about, which is definitely beefy. You know, in that 1 pound, definitely gives you some real estate and some weight and geometry, you know, in physics when you are, you know, chopping and hacking and batoning, which is really nice. And it will still do this detailed stuff that you can see me doing here without too much trouble. I can really, you know, feather this down really nice and thin. Do a notch if I'm doing a trap, maybe. We'll flip back over here. If I'm building a trap or I need to start a fire and I'm trying to do a feather stick, you know, whatever. I mean, it's going to do that. You can see there with relative ease. Reverse grip, you know, chest pull. Very comfortable, very easy to do. Easy to process wood this way. And you know, that saber grind with that 20-degree grind angle is awesome. Just does a great job. Now, the one thing I would say is this isn't ideal. If I was sitting around a campsite doing this for, you know, a couple hours, or, you know, just doing this for a long period of time, I mean, this is a 1 pound instrument tool that I'm trying to wield and use with a large handle, weighs a pound, you know, all those things. So I mean, it gets tiring. It wears you out to use this for an extended period of time. You know, for you know, in a couple hours. If you're having to chop, then you're trying to baton, then you're trying to whittle and carve, and that's where something like maybe a BK14 Escobar or some of the other, you know, mini survival fixed blades would be a lot better and would be a great pair with the BK2. But you can see here, I mean, this BK2 is just slicing and dicing, and it does a great job. I mean, it's just like butter when it goes to carving this, you know, dead pine. It's going to do an awesome job for you. BK2 rocks at feathering and carving. All right, so here's some batoning. We're going to see how this little baby works. That 5-inch blade that's a 1/4 inch thick, you're going to be able to span wood. Most wood that you're going to need to split, in my opinion. You can see here I'm trying to go through knots. Boom, look at that. Split that huge piece of wood. I got all kinds of knots in there. Go at it again. Basically with the BK2, if you can span it with the knife, you're going to be able to split it. Because of that saber grind, because with a very little effort, you can see there. And you know, you want to save energy when you're out here in the woods like this. You want to save your energy. You know, you don't want to be beating on a piece of wood all day long. And boom, I mean, just look at that. And it's just really going to split this wood really well. I mean, it's known. The BK2 is known to be able to split wood exceptionally well. I really would have liked to see about another inch. If Becker would come out, this is just a suggestion, with, I don't know, whatever they want to call it, a BK3 for all I care, with about another inch, that would give you just even more room to be able to span things like this hard pine tree dried out. Look at that. Man, that's so awesome. I love this BK2 for its splitting capabilities. I mean, it's just a tank. You're not going to break this knife with your splitting task. So the BK2 rocks when it comes to batoning. All right, everybody. Here's the BK2. Just want to do some more chopping with it. We got about a 6-inch stump here, pine, dried out. And I'm just going to thrash on it just so you can kind of see just how it functions, how it can split, how it can do a lot of different stuff that just chopping through a, you know, a branch wouldn't really be able to do. I just want to show you here that you can really go to town and work with this BK2. I'm just going to totally dominate this thing. So if I had to get some of the dry wood in here, you can see there, I mean, it's pulling out. And you can pry with this thing. That's what's really good. You know, some other knives you maybe be a little more nervous to pry with. But with this BK2, you know, there's nothing to worry about. Just throw it in there, bam, and just go to town with that BK2. So as you guys can see here, as I use this BK2, it can definitely do that detail work really well. You know, even though it is a 1/4 inch thick, this knife has held an edge well after all the batoning, chopping, and all the other tests we've done, and doing this feathers test last. This detail work, you know, feels comfortable in my hand, particularly if I'm cutting this way, you know, up against something. You know, it doesn't wear out my hand this way. And that razor sharp edge, man, I mean, it just holds an edge well. That 1095 Crovan high carbon steel holds an edge really well, and I can really get in there and do my feather sticks and, you know, fire prep and, you know, all that type of stuff if I had to, which is just really nice. I appreciate that I can do that with such a massive 1 pound heavy blade, that it has that good, you know, edge geometry of 20 degrees, that it can really, you know, do that detail work without trouble, without too much trouble at all. I can really go to town and get the kindling, you know, and little feather sticks going that I would need with this BK2.